Deepak,
Hi.
very glad to have you here on Sudeep Audio's YouTube channel.
Me too.
In fact, in the last few weeks, our viewers have been bombarded by promotional teasers where we had stalwarts like AR Rahman sir and other great musicians like Ranjit Barot, Naveen and Rashid all talking about you. In fact, I got a lot of calls saying that who is this Deepak? Obviously people who know you, but now there's a face to that Deepak who all these people and many more who we've not been able to cover have spoken about you. You won a Grammy award for Slumdog Millionaire as a recordist.
Yeah. Sorry.
You are also a music producer rolled into one. I mean, it's not just a sound engineer or sound designer, but also a music producer. Is what many people would want to know from you. We will do your interview in a couple of parts. We will first start with your journey. I seem to have a lot of Vishakapatnam stars on the channel now. You are, of course, very well known now in Vishakapatnam as well. Could you please tell us about how you, just began in this world of music?
Basically, starting from my childhood, like my father is a Telugu professor, and his PhD was in agricultural folk songs.
Oh?
Yeah. So, and while he was doing all the research and all, he used to listen to every like agriculture means any not only in India, anywhere abroad, or how North American does, like every like
all countries.
Yeah, folk songs. So he used to listen to it, and all those in Telugu we used to say pajjalo. So he used to sing all those while he was doing it. So at one time I used to like all those, and in Bajume there was one temple also. So in the morning I used to go there, listen to it, and coming. Me being a Christian also, music doesn't have any religious stuff and all. It's only one word. It's only music. So I used to go there. So after like when I was 6 and 7, I used to listen to lots of movie songs where at that time the powerful music was only through Ilayaraja sir. So and every song was dominated by lots of guitars. So even in RD's movies was like everything was like lots of guitar used to come at that time. So that was my influence. Guitar was my influence at that time. So I started learning since I was at 7 and all.
You went to a teacher?
Yeah, in Vizag. His name is Srinivas. So I went there and learned guitar. And after some time, it was such that studies were like my, not even secondary, it's like somewhere else. But my maths was always 95, and rest of the subjects were some 35, 40s. Hardly passed. So it was that mode.
Parents were not scolding you, you are not studying?
Yeah, like they used to say, but my father is like, whatever you want to do, you give it 100%. So I'll support you. Me being in educational side, I'll rather tell like I'll ask some human resources or whatever. I'll just give you the support and all. So you want to do music and PhD in music also, I that also is a possibility. I don't want to force you like be a doctor, be a engineer and all. So that support was great. Like even in when I was in +2, I used to go there, and suddenly by evening I had to attend some show or something. I used to go off, and the directors used to call my father and say that your son is going somewhere else, please keep him in control. And my father used to call them and says like, I know my son, he'll rather go home or go to the studio or go to a concert or anything. So I'm in full support for him, so it's not an issue. So that support, I like in India we miss that support for all the kids actually. So where in abroad we see like childhood prodigies, like at 7 he has already done some masters or something. It's all because the support from the family we need it. Without that, it's nothing gonna happen. There was one part where my relatives and all say like, if you just go away from your home, will you survive with only music? I was very confident that that time I said like, yes, I can definitely do it, and I might not straight away earn a crore in the first day, but I'll go in on one step by step. So I told my parents that I can survive. I'm fully confident. Where that's also missing because a lot of people do that. I might do it or no, whether it will give my daily bread or no. When you're confident on your work, it will show up. Like the same way I was always going in positive mode. So then a person we know, his name is Chandrasekhar, so he told me that, okay, go and join in a studio. There's a studio called St. Luke's Studio in Vizag. So go there. And I went for as a guitarist. So that studio was owned by like two brothers, like Ashirvad Luke and Preetham Luke. So there I joined there, and they had a huge equipment shift. Like instead of spool, analog world, so they straight away bought an O2R, DM800, and an Alice's ADAT, where there's no engineer who knows how to operate it and all, and it was completely digital, and that was the beginning era of like O2R and Yamaha O2R and everything, 95s. So I was very I showed my interest in technicalities. So I read the O2R manual like how you read it in an exam. So every day O2R used to be like my pillow itself. I used to literally sleep on it, learn every time. So learn automation, how it goes. So technically, in just 3 months' time, I generally picked it up so fast, without knowing a piece of how does sound generally creates and all. How
without knowing the physics of
yeah. So great advantage was they also supported me that okay, no problem, you can just go on and all. So in first in 97 I recorded 96 I recorded there's a Doordarshan Telugu serial called Rudragalo. A lot of Telugu guys will know that. So that was a big hit in that time, and everyone started watching that channel. Even after lots of satellite channels were there at that time, they used to watch DD for that serial. So it went so high for that. So I did lots of movies there also in Vizag, like Rockford, Bollywood Calling, like all Nagesh Kumars. So which all were done by Ashirvad Luke music. So like after 2000. I thought like I need now I'm going well, but it might I was feeling like a frog in a well. So I was then I thought, okay, I need to do something much higher. So then I was searching for some college, like anything is there. Now I'm all set in Vizag, and I wanted to go out, but I could not do it because I was already working in that particular studio. So I was looking for a correspondence course or something which can help me on. So where I can do theory from there, and like how music will have theory and they do practicals here, like that I wanted to have like that. So finally I was searching, like I want anything like a full sale was there. It was about 45,000 US dollars in 2000 only. So then I was searching and I finally found a college called AIA, Audio Institute. So it was all good, and I had to do only postal, wait for post and read all the documents and everything. So read everything like that and done practicals while working itself.
No YouTube that time, so.
Yeah. Like that time we had like all we had is like a 4 or 5 channels in the satellite television, and we had a whopping speed of 56 kbps speed in Vizag, and it's called a cyber cave. So it was the only medium we used to go, and we used to download some 2 MB or 3 MB file for 8 hours or 6 hours. So then we used to get all the information. So basically there was no YouTube, no iTunes, no radio. So whatever we used to hear was all audio tapes, like cassettes. So my first like in Indian music, I used to hear only Ilayaraja's music in South, or I used to hear Michael Jackson or anything, all Polygram, Epic, Sony Epic cassettes and all. So at that time it was fun, like just rewinding the tape, playing back, and so we used to by heart literally every audio cassette you used to hear. Now it's like anything you want to find, it's like a drop in the ocean. So many drops are there now. It's like ocean. Like music has become like an ocean now. That's why I didn't want it to go out of Vizag because it's my hometown. My mom and my parents and everyone are there, and but that was my first step if I go outside. So I wanted to take that move. I wanted to be a correct, right move. I just didn't want it to be land up in some place and where again I don't want it to. I wanted to struggle, but not in how to live and all. I wanted to struggle in the music side. So like then I called Naveen Anna, flute Naveen. I called him Anna. So I called him and said like Anna, please suggest me where I have to go.
You knew him earlier.
Which one?
You knew Naveen Anna?
Yeah. So I asked him like, Anna, like I want to move. So will I get a placement in Rahman's somewhere, any studio? By then it's all everyone were there. Adi was there. All the engineers were there. He said I'll suggest 2 or 3 guys. So in Bombay, that will be very nice. So he suggested Ranjit Barot and Salim Sulaiman. So finally, the step was very, very hard for me. But anyway, I just wanted to come and meet them up. I came to Bombay and met Ranjit sir and Salim Sulaiman, both. So even Salim sir like in another 6 or 7 months I'll open a big studio. So till then, if you can wait, I'll definitely give you this thing. And even Ranjit sir also told me like there are 2 engineers already. I don't know, but I'll tell you. So that was not a disappointment, but I was very excited to see them. Forget the future, but at least to see them, the master program, like arrangers, producers. So these 2 are like technically so strong. Ranjit sir was like so strong in anything, like you want to, like if you do, like while I was working with him also, when Deepak, I don't want to play, I don't want to program here, just I want to play off. So he used to just play the drums live and it's all there. You don't need to search for kick and all. So the experience was great. So when I came, I came back to Vizag, and so I was waiting. So someone will call, or otherwise option B is like go out of India itself. So I didn't want it to go out of India, but because like opportunities might be there outside, but if I'm in India, I can come back to Vizag every time regularly, see my family and all. So that happened. So after 1 month, then Ranjit sir called me and said, Deepak, you want to come? I said, how many days, sir? Like 2 or 3 days. Then he said, no, come and work for us, like forever, come. So then that was a giant leap for me, like shifting my base completely from Vizag. When I started, I used to work on a Nuendo and Pro Tools in Vizag, so and DM800. So when I came there, it was completely analog, a big console, and I was born and brought up in digital domain. There's no analog. Like finally, only in the cassette where I used to dump, that was the analog mode. So there was not even FFT processors which I had in Vizag was a quadriver balances which I connected digitally. So there also there was no analog this thing. So when I came, it was a huge difference, and it was like I was surprised to see. I was feeling like I was in an alien world only, like analog completely. So then I came to know only about digital and all, but not. So and that too, it was logic, and I didn't know a clue about logic. At the end of the day, it's a record and play, but so one and straight away I had to start a. By then, Ranjit sir was working on Mehuna background score. So and there was no time. They had to deliver it. Half the background is over, and I entered it. So I just landed in the studio Nirvana, and for 2 or 3 days I didn't even think of where should I live also. Straight away landed there from the airport and started working itself, because that was like really crossed the deadline and it was running. So I thought, so this is the first day I'm feeling, means this will be like a everyday's job running over the deadline. So that was all going in the same mode. So finally the movie was over. So then I was thinking, where should I live? For 3 days I was in the studio itself.
Slept there itself.
Slept there itself, and hardly there was a space to sleep at that time. Deepak over, yes sir. Like that, it was so because suddenly the 2 engineers left him while working. So that was the whole scene happened. So after 3 days of Mehuna chaos in Nirvana, then I figured out like where should I live now. So then I finally searched YMCA. I was a member in it. So YMCA hostel I was searching where it is and all. So it was in Kolaba. So from there my life started how to live in Bombay. So that was a very good experience. Like I never had a hostel experience there. That like in Bombay I felt that that was awesome. And working with Ranjit sir was like a dream for any technician, because he's not only a live musician, he is a great programmer, like so. And there's not a word called faking it. Like, okay, there's a guitar sample, try to fake it and make it new. Rather call a new guy, like a live player, and play. Like if the like a drum kit is there, so instead of, he never searched for a kick, hat, snare and all. Rather he just go, and it's like just 2 goes, like 2 live playing and all. Okay, edit it, Deepak. He used to just say that's over. The song is over. So that made me think about production side so much. Like, so now even if I'm programming a drum kit or anything, I just like I used to see him playing, that the same way I want to interpret doing it. But I maximum try for a live player. And I never saw audio CDs, compact disc setter, like a collection where Ranjit sir had. Like no one has got that much of CDs. It's like a university. he used to have like two big Case Logic this thing, bags. So every day I used to listen to one John, open it and all. He used to tell me, keep listening to this guy, or like so many things to learn and all. So like how God has set up that, okay, this is your route map, go to Ranjit. So it was like that. So I went there and learned a lot about analog hardware, how to mic a drum kit, a guitar. Because in Vizag, whatever I was doing, it's all textbook and like experimenting and everything. In Bombay, that was a very good this thing. And there always Rahman sir used to come and to the studio, and he used to use the facility. So there I had a privilege to meet the master of. So that was the thing. So even whenever he used to come, Naveen and I used to say, like, come and say hi and all like that. So me and my cousin Johnny, we both went there and met Rahman sir while Kisna was happening. So the thing was always with Ranjit sir, I learned a lot. So instead of it's like learning and working at the same time. That was great. I told Ranjit sir that, sir, I want to move out. I don't want to say that I don't want to work with you like that, but I want to work with everyone. So whenever there's work, I wanted to come to Nirvana and will work with him. So he said, yeah, like working with everyone is like you'll gain more experience and all. So then when I shifted to freelancing model instead of daily thing, so then I worked with Salim Suleiman. So Salim Suleiman's all work like they used to do lots of background scores. So I used to dub the live section for the backgrounds. I used to mix them and send it off. So it started from Mujhse Shaadi Karoge till final movie was Wanted recently. So all this were happening. So at that time, for me it was like I used to mix like one movie in 15 days, and they used to finish like so fast. So many things. So I used to listen to that, mix them, and rest of the days I used to just go for a ride, go to Lonavala in a long drive. So I used to listen to lots of music. And Ranjit sir used to say always like input is output. Whatever you listen to it, try to add on something and give an output. So imagine like someone asked you to say that I need to sound this, I want this guitar to sound like a Eric Clapton or a John Mayer's tone or a Beatles kind of tone or a James Bond tone. So you should listen to it. You can't directly do it like it's.
First of all, you should know who these people are.
Yeah. So where that thing happened when I was working with Ranjit sir, I used to listen to every song every CD is like a university for me. Let's keep on listening. So I used to keep in my iPod, and so every day long ride to Lonavala, have a chai there and come back. So I used to enjoy long drives. So and after 15 days, Salim used to call me, go there, mix it, and then again back to my usual go around job. So I did that for almost 6 months.
Wow.
So just like every day's work, I just wanted to have a break. So I had that break for 6 months. So then suddenly Rahman sir called me and said, hey, where are you? Like, I came to Nirvana and you were not there. So yes sir, I'm doing freelancing now. So if you have anything, yeah, you have I got one thing, so come. So that was my first entry to Chennai. Because I used to work with him like even in Jodha Akbar or a Guru, everything in Nirvana as an engineer. But So he said, yeah. So then later on he asked me like, do you program also? Yes, yeah, yes. So send something to me so I can have an idea. But that time, like when I was working for Ranjit sir, I didn't do anything for my own, or I didn't do on my own. I was always like recording something, chopping, putting all the things together for Ranjit sir. And so worked with Anu Malik se leke Anand Radha, Anand, everyone, whoever Ranjit sir used to work. So all those I did, but I haven't done anything. So I want to do a demo just for Rahman sir. So that one I'll play it to you. This thing. So that one I did it, and I'm on a laptop only. I sang something. I did everything. So what all I could do, I did and sent it to him. So he also got a surprise. Like he thought the speaker was not working. At the starting, I used a pitch shifter, which I used it in 3-bit or 4-bit, like so it's like a distorted sound and only in one speaker. So he thought like first time I thought it was a speaker problem. So he played another song and then came back. Then he realized okay. So he liked that this thing. So that first project was Jane Tu Ya Jane Na. So since then I was on and off almost all the projects and all.
Both as engineer as well as
Yeah. So I went there as an engineer. So suddenly said there is a song called Pappu Kanda and Sala. If you want, you also program. So just do something. So then I did some work in it. So then that was the entry, the visa.